Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. Name. I have one.
You do.
I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7.
We can give you hints.
We are Saturday, August 15th, and this is episode 123. And I'd like to welcome back any returning viewers and welcome any new viewers.
I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. You can find us on Instagram. Selma, what's your Instagram name?
I don't have an Instagram.
You don't have Instagram?
No, but I
What's
am
wrong
really
with you?
considering it. I'm considering it because I'm finding out that, there are podcasters that give giveaways on Instagram instead of Ravelry.
They do.
I just think this is crazy.
So she's Crafty Knitter 7 on Instagram. I'm Toll Baby. You can also find us on YouTube, not Blip, not iTunes, Twitter as Two Tangled Skeins, and you can find us on our blog at twotangledskeins.com.
And I'm Selma123 on Ravelry, and that's it so far.
Come join our Ravelry group.
Oh, I'm supposed to say that?
Sorry. I should have let you know. I was saving you a piece.
Nobody told me.
Sorry. My fault.
It's okay.
All this administrating.
I know.
I was doing it in my head, and apparently my telepathy is not working today.
Clearly. Or maybe it's my telepathy that's not working today. My receiver is not working today.
So we missed you guys last weekend.
Yeah.
It was crazy pants.
We did miss these guys
We did not record because it was crazy pants.
When we did have time to record,
We were all
exhausted.
too tired.
Exhausted.
It was kind of funny. You walked into Rob's living room and there were bodies everywhere.
I suspect there were bodies and skeins of yarn everywhere.
Shh.
Oh.
Of course there was yarn. Yes, bodies, yarn, lace, everything all over the place. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But we had fun. We're tired, but we're still tired. It's a week later and we're still tired. But we
Well,
had fun.
Stitches is far.
It is very far.
I dread the drive, but I love being there.
I know. If I could afford to fly us all there, I so totally would. Maybe we should look into how much it would be to charter a plane.
To TTS plane.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like that
we
idea.
could like set up this thing where fans could buy in and come with us and stuff. And
Let's,
yeah, we're
not
a little
that,
ahead of ourselves. Maybe I'll just rent a bus.
We're not that famous.
Maybe
No,
I'll just rent a
no.
bus or a van or something.
A limo.
Okay, but I'm not driving a limo.
No, you got the limo that comes with the
My
driver.
car is about as big as I like to drive.
Limos come with drivers.
Yes, I can drive hers in a pinch, but I'd prefer not to. But that's okay, because yours breaks.
Yes, I have a lemon.
Poor Sue. Her truck doesn't like her very much.
Nope. I have a Jeep, but the problem is the Jeep I have, they were about to go out of business, and they cheaped on everything.
Did they ever?
Yeah.
Shall we do things backwards today? Would you like to do stash acquisitions first?
Sure.
Since, we're knitting with them and all. At least I am.
No. Let's get the page O stash.
The
Yeah,
page
'cause-
of stash.
Oh my goodness. Well,
And
we
I'm
just
not
came
lying.
back from Stitches.
This is stash.
Yeah, we have a whole page of stash enhancements.
And stuff for you guys, and
Yes, because the vendors at Stitches were extremely generous with you guys.
And see, Selma, you're on the other page.
Yeah,
dear,
you've
I
got
have to
to
wait
we
until
have
the
3
end.
pages of show notes.
Well, 2 and a bit.
Oh, that's okay. I think that I just have a very short list, so I don't think I'll have a terrible
How about we
time.
start with you then?
Oh, we could start with me.
There
for
you go.
sure. I'm getting a lot of mini skeins because, as I showed you last time, and I'll show you when we get into our whips, my scrappy blanket has become my daily obsession.
And it's gorgeous.
And I love it, love it, love it. I love it. So,
It's all your fault, Disa.
Yep, it's all Disa's fault, but really, it's been such a wonderful addiction. It's really creative in a different kind of way than other knitting ends up being creative, because you're looking at all the different colors and you're putting them together,
And you're
it's
like, oh,
this,
just do one square,
I'll just
and
do
you do
one
10,
square, and then you're doing, oh, look at these beautiful, and it's like constantly different, so it's so much fun. So I've done a couple of swaps with people. So here's a bag full of minis, and I have another bag full of minis, and it's great because I'm saying that I'm making it for my daughter, so I'm getting a lot of really fun, bright colors. A lot of pinks, though. I'm gonna have to start looking for some turquoises and things like that, but it's been really fun. And last time I was on, I had dyed a square. I had dyed some yarn to make a little square, and then I got all excited So I found some yarn in my stash that I had gotten from the Knit Knackers bin.
Yep.
For $5 or something
The
like
fun
that.
bin.
I know it's wool, but I don't know if there's nylon in it or whatever. And I just took some dye that I had in the basement. When you came over and dyed once at my place, I don't know if you remember that. You used a gray and a green.
Yes.
And then you made some fingering
Yeah.
mittens with them. And the gray was called gunmetal. And I just used it and made it much more saturated. So it turned into this, it kind of looks navy blue or jean blue there. And it is sort of jean blue, but also very gray. So
It's sort of that blue steel color.
yeah, and I dyed that. I don't know what it is, except that I'm pretty sure it's wool. And I'm going to be making a shawl with this eventually because I just love the color. Then, well, Lynn and I just traded skeins. I'm very excited about this.
Yes.
I just, excuse the crinkly. I just
Sorry,
got,
not sorry.
sorry, not sorry. I just got my first
It's not showing up
skein
right.
of Juliana's Fibre self-striping yarn. I'm really thrilled.
That's the second skein I've parted with this week.
So this
True.
one's called Frog's Pajamas.
Yes.
And as usual, the purple's not coming up too bad.
No, but
Purple,
the teal
green,
isn't.
kind of a gray, taupey gray, and then a teal, which is coming up more peacock blue on there.
Yeah.
So that I
We
just
have
got a
trouble
few
with
minutes
teals
ago.
and blues and stuff.
And then I got 2 skeins of Julie Asselin, who's a Montreal dyer, of her Lezu fingering in these speckled colorways. This one is called Pinata, and it's all kinds of pinks. And I have to be honest, I bought this for my scrappy blanket. I just spent like a ridiculous quantity of money for my scrappy blanket, but then I thought...
It's never ridiculous.
Then it's going to be great socks
Here,
afterwards
can I
as
hold
well.
that for you?
You can.
Awesome.
And this one, I should have known that was coming. I should have known. And this one's called It's My Party, and it's sort of blues with different pinks and purples going through. And
I'll give it to you before it gets sweaty.
I've been wanting some speckled yarn for
warm.
quite a while, and when I walked into Wabi Sabi, they were right there. So I had to buy them. And the other thing that I got at Wabi Sabi, which is a local yarn store, and it's not too far from my house, so sometimes I just happen to be going by. Right? They had some opal yarn sock that's just undyed.
Oh, nice.
And I had so much fun dyeing this one, which I think it's going to call a big storm. It's going to be called A Big Storm Is Coming. And it's kind of like that intense cloud.
You know it's coming.
Like, oh my gosh, run for cover. Which is actually one of my favorite colors. I love stormy skies.
She likes gray.
Yes.
So do I.
It is a kind of gray, isn't it? Just a little bit. So this, I think I'm going to dye as well, and I might make some little minis for my blanket. Out of one of them with different colors. And as I said, I needed some like blues and greens and yellows. So
I have some jacquard dyes at home
do you
that
know?
I haven't, that I've never used. I
Oh.
bought them after I took the dyeing workshop at Log Cabin Yarns, and I never used them.
Yeah, I use food coloring. I used the jacquard once.
I have some food coloring, and then I have the stuff that we had gotten at Wallach's. I just don't remember the brand name. It comes in a sort of a cardboard envelope.
That's jacquard.
Are they jacquard?
Yeah. And I have like a crap ton of Kool-Aid that I've never used.
Oh yeah.
Stuff that you get in the States that you can't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like the blue one. I like the blue one.
But no, the cardboardy one is jacquard.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah,
little
that's what I
tubs,
used
'cause
then
I
for my...
I got the full large amount of
All
them.
right. Well,
I've
we might
never
be
used them.
talking afterwards.
Yeah.
Then. So that's it for me.
Do you want to keep knitting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My turn. Well, I'll start with what I acquired today, because woohoo, I acquired yarn today.
Yes.
This is from
around
Salna.
the same time I acquired yarn. You
Yes.
acquired yarn.
Look at the pinks and grays and white, and I love it. It is Araucania Ranco Multi. Araucania doesn't do colorway names.
No, they're
It's PT 941.
super sexy numbers.
But look at it, isn't it pretty?
Showing up okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is actually.
It's weird how some colors do and some colors don't.
So that's what I acquired today. I traded her for the frog pajamas.
Yeah, because I really wanted to try the Juliana, so I'm really excited
Really
about it.
wasn't, thrilled to give up another skein of Juliana's, but I did promise her because I just bought another one too that I'm picking up tomorrow.
Really? But you are you feeling okay about
Yes,
that?
I am.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, this colorway is called board shorts that she's getting tomorrow. And Juliana was like, do you want me to put one away? I'm like, no, I really shouldn't. And then she's like, I got it. And then I'm like, Juliana, she's like, the other one's sold. I'm like, Lynn got the other one, didn't she?
I'm sorry.
She's going to make it again. I really can't be buying yarn. So, it's
yeah,
okay.
I came home from Stitches, and actually I don't even think I had come home yet. I think we were at Stitches when I saw it. And I was like, Juliana, when does this go on sale and how much did you make? In other words, do I have a chance of getting some? And she was like, I'll put one aside.
I didn't realize she only made 2.
Me neither. She didn't tell me how many she made, but...
So was she at Stitches?
No. It was on
She
Instagram.
saw the update on Instagram.
Oh, okay, sorry. Right.
And I was like, that skein right on top. What is that? And can I have it?
Board shorts.
And she
too.
said,
Really,
yes.
I haven't been online
It is
lately.
orange and turquoise and brown, and it's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Then we went to Fiddlehead Yarns on Saturday. That's a yarn store in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is about 20 minutes from Rob's house. And my friend
Because
Sylvie...
you go to a local yarn store when you're at a festival.
We almost went to 2,
Well,
but we
that's
skipped
tourism.
the second one. But my friend Sylvie saw a French can-can
She's
on
like,
display.
what's this? And I'm like, that's a French can-can. And Sarah just walked away.
Yeah, her wife Sarah was like, I'm not knitting that for you.
She just walked away.
Because Sylvie doesn't, well, she knits a little bit, but it's not her favorite thing. She makes bobbin lace, which is crazy pants.
She's the bobbin lace person.
She has no patience for knitting, but she does bobbin.
I think knitting is not challenging enough for her, perhaps.
Maybe.
But yeah, she doesn't particularly like knitting all that much, but she loves bobbin lace, and it just blows my mind to
Yeah.
watch her do that with the... Ugh.
We all have our thing, right? Like, I can't stand sewing, and other people can't stand knitting, and we just...
Crochet.
We all have our own thing. Not
Yeah.
everybody, I said this about 1,000,000 times last weekend, not everybody has to like the same thing, and it's a good thing we don't, because we'd run out of stuff.
And the world is a wonderful place because there's so much
And I'm
variety.
like, I don't like crocheting, but I will crochet washcloths. That's it.
I think that's one of my favorite lines from Robert Hood, Prince of Thieves, when Morgan Freeman's character says, Allah loves wondrous variety. It's one of my favorite lines. So,
Yeah.
this is my yarnet that I brought to the festival with me. Kate was awesome and gave me a strap because I misplaced mine. So I wore it all weekend. But anyway, Sylvie saw this French can-can and decided she really, 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 really wanted one. And I figured her birthday's in 2 weeks.
Hey.
I'll knit you one.
Crazy pants.
So
Yeah.
I acquired 3 skeins of this. Oh, let's see if I can. This, which is Cascade 220 in the doeskin heather colorway. I can't remember the numerical.
And that's lovely because I think the French can-can is nice in subtle colors.
She's a very neutral color person. She really likes her neutrals. This is color 8012, which is doeskin heather. I had it wound up at the store because I wanted to get started right away, and I didn't want to spend an hour winding yarn before I got started, so I actually had them do it at the store, which is how I ended up with cakes, because y'all know me, I don't like knitting from cakes. I also bought the needles, because of course I did not have the right size needles with me. 800 miles from home. So these are Crystal Palace bamboo needles in a size 9, which is a 5.5 millimeter. They are, I think it's a 36 inch. It's a 24 or 36.
No, that's more a 32 or a 40.
Anyway, it's big.
It works.
And the shawl is never ending, and I'm close to being done the garter stitch portion, so I can't complain too much, but it's ginormous, because of course I went up a couple of needle sizes, and I'm using worsted weight yarn instead of DK, so it's going to be big and squishy.
I really
Her
should
birthday's
finish
in
mine.
August. Yes, you should finish yours.
I should. It's
We should see if you can finish yours before I finish this one.
no, it's in a bucket up there full of all unfinished things, and it's it's in the bag.
That are on the poopy list.
On the left side there is a bag full of projects. Yep,
Okay.
not happening.
Well, you know, it's not for your husband, so maybe I'll finish it for you.
No,
No? Okay. So anyway, that's what I got at...
you fixed my mistakes on that because I can't really do those.
That's true.
So
That's what I got at Fiddlehead. Sue bought me this lovely little wooden needle case, which I don't know where I put it. It's probably at the bottom of the bag here, but she has one too, so she can show you hers. So that's what I got at Fiddlehead. And then, I'm going to take this off just for a sec, because I'm not knitting right now. I wore this all weekend, and Kate was saying that she thinks I personally sent about 30 people to her booth to buy the yarn.
not including the people we were
Not including
coaching
the
while
people,
we were
yeah.
standing there.
Because everybody was coming up to it, and you should have seen the lady on the subway. Could not take her eyes off this thing. I was knitting on the L, and this lady was just
mesmerized,
staring at me completely, and
Kate sold out.
Good for
Yay,
her.
Kate.
Sold out.
She's gonna be a twist too, so we're very excited to see her again next weekend.
Yeah.
Yarn. Well, we'll start with the bags. I got this lovely bag from Mia Bella, which is a yarn. It's a backpack. Check it out. Huh? It's a backpack. Mia Bella is a store in Highland Park, Illinois, which is where Rob's parents lived. It's, again, about 20 minutes from his house. We didn't go to the store, but we went to their booth at Stitches, and they gave us these lovely backpacks. Because we bought some of the yarn, but I mean, backpacks, they're awesome. And when I bought something at No Maker's booth,
Kicking myself for not getting the
check
pumpkin
it,
yarn.
they gave me a bag. They gave me a bag. They were giving everybody bags, but this bag will not stay in my possession for very long.
Sarah, you're lucky I didn't take it first.
When we go to Rhinebeck in October, this is going to Sarah, True Canuck Girl, from the Canadian Knitter Podcast, because she loves her No Makers and she's a bag person, and I'm really not. You'd have difficulty arguing that if you saw my house, but I'm really not a bag person. So things I bought. This is a skein of one-of-a-kind fingering from Oasis Yarns. They were 2 for $20, and I think I saw 2 for $20 for the off ones that they weren't packaging and selling.
Kind.
So I got one, and I got one for Sue, and she'll show it to you later. But this is the one I got. It looks very Superman-y to me.
No.
It looks very what?
Superman.
It's not Superman?
Not Superman.
Kinda.
Who did I tell you it looks like?
Well, I know you said it looked like Captain America.
Yes.
But there's no white, and to me it says Superman.
Doesn't matter.
It is a pretty
My
Superman
yarn,
blue.
I can decide which superhero it is.
Does it have a name?
No.
Okay. Well, then you can decide.
My yarn, I can decide what it's called. This is the Mia Bella. Beautiful stuff. This is called Kitten.
And there's a reason it's called Kitten.
Because it's soft like a kitten. You just want to
It
pet
is.
it.
Oh my goodness, you're
And
right,
it
right
was
about
not
that.
expensive. This was less than $20 a skein.
It's almost got, I hate to say it, but it's almost got an alpaca butteriness to it. But it has
Fortunately, it's not alpaca.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, it's
Is this it too?
Yeah.
I will show you their website. They don't quite have their online store up and running yet.
They will soon.
The bottom, if you can see, there we go, miabellayarn.com.
And when the website is up and running, we're going to do a giveaway.
Yes,
She's like, can you wait 6 months? I'm like,
we
yep.
can. So be patient, it's coming. And if you're in the Chicago area, it's worth a trip out to Highland Park. They're on St. John Street.
Sorry, what was this called? Mia?
Mia Bella.
Mia Bella.
And it is Kitten. It's not in Ravelry yet. I'm still waiting for them to add it to Rav. They were a little busy. They brought it out just for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so soft.
And will they
And
be
I
at
love
Rhinebeck,
it.
do you think?
No. They're a local dyer in Chicago, so they go to the Chicago show.
Yeah.
But maybe once they're
I mean, she had a
online.
tiny booth, but it was packed full of beautiful stuff.
Beautiful. Because she also sells other stuff at the at the booth, at the store rather. It's not just her yarn. She sells notions and other people's yarn and stuff like that. This one called to me from across the aisle, and I ran to it. It's from Brew City Yarns.
She literally cut in front of me and just went like that.
I did.
I was like,
I
what?
did.
Wait, what?
The teal. It's not showing up teal on the screen, but it's teal.
Yeah, it's
It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful teal.
And the thing about
the
Stitches is if you see it, buy it.
Well, they had lots of
really-
this.
Yeah,
But
still.
It's amazing because in the teal in my
Teal
yarn
just
didn't come
does
through.
not
It's
show
just-
up on this.
No,
I don't
so
know.
you just have to trust
We're not
us
the
that
only
it's
one who
a
have
teal.
that problem either, because Shannon can't get teal to show up, and neither can Sarah. And it's an odd color for cameras.
Yeah, I wonder, is it... But yellow shows up.
But teals don't.
Because there's yellow in the blue to make it teal, right?
Yes, and there's a little more green in this yellow than shows up. There's the green.
Yeah.
This is called Rainbow Dash. I'm not a pony person. Look at the purples and the orange and the... I'm not a pony person. I have never watched My Little Pony.
Me neither.
But this color is amazing, and I love it, and it's mine. So Brew City Yarns.
Are they local?
No, they are from Milwaukee.
Okay.
Brew City.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is their premium draft sock yarn, which is 80%
That's a great title.
80% superwash and 20% nylon.
That's a good name.
And the Rainbow Dash, and I just love it. So it's brewcityyarns.com. If you can see it there. Come on, focus.
You have to.
I gotta get it in front of Sue's face. So that's that one. Do you think maybe I have a thing with sock yarn?
I have to tell you that when I was stalking you, I thought, this girl's got a thing with sock yarn.
But I don't. That's the
See
weird
those
thing.
2 drawers? There are 4 large bags.
Do they
All
belong to-
sock yarn.
Oh, yours.
Mine. And then I've got more.
Now this skein got a little
You
ratty.
guys have a thing with sock yarn.
Yeah.
We all have our thing.
And
Yeah.
it's 1 skeins.
I have my thing.
The thing
It's
is,
just
I
not
don't
sock
wear
yarn.
socks. I don't
She
wear
keeps
socks.
acquiring sock yarn.
Because it's so pretty.
Well, there's something quite special about sock yarn because they're often hand dyed, and then there's a quality to them. There's an
Yep.
artistry to them. It's not just about the actual yarn, right?
So this is right after either right after or right before we ended up being hooked by Carl at Bijou Basin. Man can chat. I pretty much know his family history at this
I
point.
was with him for over an hour on Sunday.
Yep.
He's
that's,
awesome.
That's about how long Rob and I were chatting with him
He's
on
awesome.
Saturday. He's amazing. So there was this booth next to us called Destination Yarn. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen Destination Yarn. All her colorways are inspired by places that she's either visited or seen pictures or whatever.
Yep.
And I saw this one. She had this open trunk on the floor.
I went by that trunk 4 times.
And
still didn't
this
buy
was
anything.
sitting right on top, and it called to me, but I had already spent all the money I had for yarn. And it occurs to me that I forgot my blocking wires. I bought blocking wires, but I've forgotten them
Where?
What do you mean?
at my house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant in Chicago.
No, I forgot them at my house.
It's a big tube of blocking wires.
Yeah, really exciting.
But the ends have
They're rubber.
rubberized.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So I saw this skein and I loved it, but I'd already spent all my yarn. And Rob said, "Do you really love it? Do you really, really
Spent
love
all
it?"
your money.
And I said, "What did I say?"
Spent all your
my
yarn.
Oh well, almost.
Well, if yarn could be a currency, that would be quite wonderful, wouldn't it?
My brain is not working today. So Rob bought it for me.
Aw.
Look at this.
And those are quite manly colors.
This is Lake Erie.
And again, the teal is not coming
The
through.
teal is showing up a little more blue.
Yeah.
There's a couple of places where it's showing up all right, like the top right corner there, or top left for you guys. When it's not directly on, it's showing up. The rest of the time it's showing up blue. There's no blue in this. It is teal and brown and beige and this sort of silvery gray.
And sorry, who was this by?
Destination Yarn,
Destination Yarns.
which is these guys. Destination Yarn. They are on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
It's destinationyarn.com. I'll show you the little tag thingy. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There we go. Destinationyarn.com. And this is the Lake Erie, and now it won't come back. Come on. There we go. Sorry for that. That was right on top of the microphone.
Sorry, what am I
So
supposed
that's
to
the
jump
Lake
to?
Erie colorway, and I love it so much.
It's lovely.
And it's mine. Thank you, Rob. So that was the large skeins I bought. I also bought the excuse me, the Farm Stand mini skein collection, and yes, it will crinkle, from No Makers.
And the mini skein addict is here.
Yes.
Mini skein addict.
So this is the new set that I didn't have yet, and it has 6 minis. It has watermelon, strawberries, butter cow, bacon, eggs, and blackberries in it. And that's why they gave me the bag.
I just paid for my random mini club shipment.
I also bought an individual skein of Batgirl. The purple isn't showing up here, but there's purple in there. It's Batgirl. And I bought another individual skein, if I can find it. Oh, found my little wooden needle case from... It looks like a little cocaine vial.
Okay.
It does. And where's my other little mini? This one. Sarah, eat your heart out. This is Pumpkin Patch.
I should have got one.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Like the full skein.
Let's see.
Pumpkin Patch. It's oranges and
fun.
yellows and greens. It's actually yarn
And
harlot
this
colors.
is by No Makers as well.
Yeah.
So they $2. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do they do this at Rhinebeck too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in trouble.
You can
They
also
don't
get
go to
them
Rhinebeck.
online. Do they not go to Rhinebeck?
It's only their second year, I think.
They're online.
Yeah, you get them for $2.
I'll send you the link.
Oh yeah.
And so that's it for the yarn I bought. Our good friend Carl at Bijou Basin has asked Sue and I to test out his new yarn. It's 100% cashmere. It's a light fingering. It is called Xanadu. There are 400 yards of skein, and it is so soft.
It's gray.
It's gray.
Mine's beige.
Feel.
Because they didn't have any of the green left.
Mm-hmm. I know. And it's not expensive.
It's funny
For
because she
cashmere?
shows me that, and then I go back on Sunday and I walk up to the booth to his wife, and I'm like, so Carl gave
Lynn got yarn.
I'm
is-
like, Lynn
is
got a
what she
skein
did.
of Xanadu yesterday, and I'm kind of jealous. She's like, pick a skein.
Because I was chatting with Carl,
what'd you
and
get?
he was like, oh, go see Eileen at the booth. Tell her to give you a skein. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, now I'm really coveting. I'm sinning big time here. It's gorgeous.
And they didn't bring a lot because they weren't sure how it would do.
Yeah, well,
400,
Carl
so
was
that's a
telling us they
Charlotte.
printed these up on their home printer, these labels, and taped them on because that was how almost not at the show it was. But yeah, it's beautiful and it's
really
squishy,
beautiful.
and I can't wait to find something to cast on.
They go to Yarnbeck.
And-
Yarnbeck?
Rhinebeck.
It should be called Yarnbeck.
We should have them rename it that.
And so
It's
you
almost
don't
a
have
lace
an
weight.
issue with cashmere.
Apparently not.
Great. It's really
This skinny
Incredible.
little thing here has 400 yards
Is it
in it.
cashmere? Is cashmere rabbit?
no cashmere is goat.
Cashmere
Oh,
is goat.
Oh.
So pretty.
Which is bizarre because I think it comes from the Angora goats. I don't know why they're called Angora goats.
Mm.
No, mohair comes from the Angora goats,
Yeah.
right? So what does cashmere come from? That's our
I
question.
don't
Does
know.
anybody know? Answer in the thread.
All I know is Carl bought some. He told us the story of how Bijou Basin Ranch came to be.
We
And
don't have time to tell it today.
No, but it's hilarious. He just, went out one day and bought a bunch of yaks. Is the gist of it. He decided he needed a career change and he went out and bought a bunch of yaks.
Oh wow.
No, he became a vet tech first.
Yes, but anyway.
Anyway.
Long story, very long story. Took about an hour to tell it. So, that's what we got from Carl. And Sue will show you hers in a few minutes. And I got this
Gonna be a
lovely
long
lady.
episode.
We're half an hour in.
I know, I'm working on it. Working on it. 1, 2.
I hope you're sticking with us, people.
I'm very sorry. I'm trying to get all my minis organized here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5, so where's the 5th one?
Oh, I've got
This
one.
lovely lady came to the podcaster meetup.
I had messaged her on Etsy, and all of a sudden she's at the podcaster meetup, and I didn't realize it.
Handing out mini skeins of yarn.
Handing out.
She gave us, she has 3 bases.
I don't know where mine
She's
are.
got her podium base, which is her standard sock. It's 75-25 merino nylon. She's got Frosty, which is the sparkly one, which is
I got some too, but I don't know where they are.
70-25 merino nylon and stellina. And the last one is silky. It's 70% merino, 30% silk. And she gave us a couple of each. Sue has some of the same colors. I'm the only one who got this one because I liked it.
I don't know where mine are.
But she brought us all these lovely minis, and we're going to eventually have a giveaway from her. So pretty. So I got lots of little minis. And at the podcaster meetup as well. Oops, one of my minis came apart. Somebody was handing out minis. I can't remember if this was Megan or
Nope.
I can't remember who it was.
That was, I think, Lucia.
I feel really bad because I'm really...
Pearl of the Pacific, who is Knitted Paradise podcast.
She was handing out minis, so I took 2 of the wildest colored ones. And then somebody else gave me this lovely thing. It's sparkly. It's black and purple and pink, and it sparkles, and I love it. Sorry, I'm making a pile over here. And the last couple of things we got at Podcaster Meetup. Who did you say this was?
Corey.
Corey gave us gummy bear pens.
I rock knits.
Aren't they cute?
Gummy
And
bear.
Megan at Stockinette Zombies brought us these nifty little zipper pulls. It probably won't focus because, oh, a little bit.
There
Yeah,
you
there we go. It's from StockinetteZombies.com.
Mine's
and
here.
I haven't attached mine to anything yet, but I will. I thought they were buttons, and I was like, oh no, just give it to Sue because I don't use buttons. And she's like, no, it's a zipper pull. And I'm like, oh, fine. Sorry. I'm tossing everything all over the place. So that was my stash acquisitions. Not bad for a girl who had no money going in. So.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go fast because we're half an hour in and we
Yes.
haven't even talked about our
I'm
projects
sorry.
yet.
Yes, my last stash acquisition is in one of my project bags, so you can just show yours.
Okay. So I went to Fiddlehead as well, which I love their bags.
I know. They're embossed with metallic.
And oh, there's my yarn from her. I got one of these needle tubes as well, which I won't use for cocaine.
I promise I won't either.
And I got beads, and you're probably thinking, well, you can get beads at Michael's. Well, I
Not
got these
easy
beads
chance.
because they're Japanese Miyuki beads.
They are beautiful. Look at that. Oh, come on.
The reason I got them is because every single bead, the circle is the same size.
The inside circle?
Yes. Whereas Michael's, it's hit and miss.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's never the same size. So I got these 4 colors.
And they weren't
Beautiful.
expensive either.
Look at all this yellow you guys have.
They were $5.50.
I have no yellow.
And I also got
Got like yellow minis.
some mini skeins.
Oh, you got a green one.
That's from
So who
somebody
is
else.
this
okay.
Roundabout? I'm gonna have
Roundabout.
to look this person up.
So these 3 I got, and this is her podium, silky, another podium.
Yeah, you
can
didn't
have
want
those.
the sparkly.
And I got a green one here.
I don't get the green one,
No.
but I get the yellow one, which is great.
That's the silk one. It's the 70% merino, 30% silk.
I've got enough mini skeins is all I'm saying.
And those are a little too small for Sue to really do anything
Yeah,
with.
I really only need about 5 grams
Yeah.
for my little guys. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so the other thing I got, we went to Walmart. DMC Ada.
It is Charles Craft. I didn't realize
Okay.
they had merged.
Anyways, these things cost about $8 here. They were $2.50, and they only had 2, so I would have got more. So
I was
got
like, Sue, look.
2 of those because awesome.
Next time I go, I'll buy you
Then
some.
I got this awesome fabric. It's 1.5 yards. I think it was like $6, and it's kind of canvasy.
Yeah, it's very.
So I'm thinking of putting red inside to make bags.
Mm-hmm.
That would look nice.
Yeah, or even a blue would look nice with that, and actually a green too.
Yeah. So I got that.
So you know.
I got a needle gauge.
That's what I forgot. I don't have it.
The needle gauge was.
The needle gauge was from
Retromantic
Frippery.
I bought one too. I don't know where it went.
I got a small one, and it's got like a key ring thing on it, but I got a small one that has a bee on it.
Mine was large, and it was a penny farthing, which is that bicycle with the really big wheel and the really little wheel. That's what I got.
And I went to Buffalo Wool Company, and I've been wanting these earrings for a while, so I got myself their sterling silver with little yarn,
Those are super fun.
which I later found out Erin Lane Bags has some too, and they're cheaper, but I'm fine. Yeah. Sterling silver findings, 50% bison down, 50% mulberry silk,
Well, you can't say no to that.
and green.
Mm-hmm.
I love the little bag that my needle gauge came in.
Yep. They have little muslin bags for all their products.
Cute. Oh,
That was a twist.
Yes.
stitches.
Okay. I mean, darn
Stitches.
it. It's
Yes,
all your
I-
fault, Lynn.
Mm.
Okay, my stash. I got a gummy bear pen from Corey as well.
Hers has green on it.
I just took whatever she gave me. I got a skein of the Xanadu, and they didn't have green left. Well, they had a teal, and I didn't like
But
it.
that's a beautiful beige.
It's like a natural.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
really nice.
Yeah. So I've got that.
It actually would go nicely with the other one too.
I met up with we met up with Stephanie from Stitchcraft Marketing, who has been sending us tons of stuff all year. Finally met up with her.
Yes.
And Lynn and I gave her a gift. I gave her one of my bags and some stitch markers, and she gave away a skein of Juliana's yarn, which she spoke about on her blog.
Yes.
And it's coming apart.
Yes. It's okay. It's not going far.
She handed me this skein of wonderful. Hang on, get it back together. It is
I lust after this yarn.
Yarn Love.
It's gorgeous. Really
Look at the
fun.
colors. Look at the colors. That blue is teal. It's not blue.
Yeah. Really.
We
really
have trouble
fun.
with teal.
Mm-hmm. And then
Ooh.
the 2 for $20 skeins that Lynn got, the red and blue, she
one?
got me this one.
Haha.
And I thought I wanted the green and white, and we went back to look at the green and white, and it was just,
That's great.
it wasn't the right green and white.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Sorry if you hear the beeping.
There's a car alarm outside.
Is that your car?
It's not mine.
I have no idea.
Look out the blind.
It's not even my car. It's my friend's car that I've borrowed.
Did you set an alarm? Oh,
No.
it's off.
It doesn't have
Okay.
the little...
So as you can see, bagged already, because you know the story behind the bags.
Yes, we need bags.
Then I got... Well, I got some mail. Where's the... I need the box.
Oh,
That's why I was packing all my stuff
too,
up.
and I forgot to bring. I got a new bag.
My stuff was all on top of the box.
I got some mail from the 2 Amandas. You know who you are. The one Amanda sent me some Minion fabric because Garrett Fuzzbutt wants a bag. That's his name. That's his name. It has stuck now. So
He's
Imperial
Imperial
Knits.
Knitter on Imperial Knits?
Yeah.
Okay, on Instagram and Ravelry.
I'm making him a sweater bag out of this. And then the rest, well, there's a lot left over.
the
It's
rest
for me.
will be for Sue.
So that is Little Panda 518, who is the Stitchin' You and More podcast. Go watch her. Then Mandy, who is Amanda as well, but we call her Mandy so that we could
Because it's less
differentiate,
confusing.
sent me some fabric. One of these I can't show. And I'll tell you why after. So she sent me some fabric. So, these.
Wow, those are really nice.
And there's a reason I can't show that.
I know.
So, it's for somebody's swap. And she sent me,
Some Star Wars.
Oh.
which I'm not allowed to make into boxer shorts for my husband,
Nope.
How come?
because I already made him the last one. It wasn't
Okay.
Star Wars, it was
It was Marvel, right?
Marvel.
Yes. I
Then-
just made something fall.
Let's just leave it. It's my little mouse. Then she sent me some beer fabrics.
Could that become boxer shorts?
Not allowed. I've been told.
Okay.
And then she sent me a crap ton of this. And I mean a lot. Because I'm going to make mini bags for the whole group that we
AKA
call
group,
the gang.
yeah.
The gang. AKA the gang. Because Lynn got some of this and they were just like, oh.
Everybody loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just sitting back so she has room to
Yeah.
maneuver.
What else did I get at Stitches? I caved and
Ooh.
bought this.
Amy Herzog.
Amy
book.
Herzog, because I had the Craftsy class. I got it for half price and bought it. And I've been told the book and the Craftsy class together is amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. I said amazing. Okay. Jessica, who is
Sorry.
Sarah Nova. I think it's
Yeah, Sarah
I
Nova.
never remember the numbers.
No, I think it's just Sarah Nova.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Hello.
Sarah Nova Phoenix on Instagram. She sent me some goodies.
That's so sweet.
I have a minion bag. My husband seems to think I have too many minions.
Well,
I
there
think
are
you
many
have
of
too many
them.
minions. She had them all going last night.
there.
They all make noise, and she had them all going last night. I kept messaging Sean, "Go take the minions away from her, please."
A minion sticker, which is Kevin, my favorite. 2 magnets. Minions Cocoa Fart Gun Clouds. It's a tin. And then
I'm
the
not sure I'm
pièce
putting that in my mouth.
de résistance. I have a minion coffee mug.
Ooh, fun.
And she sent something. Here you go. She sent something for Lynn, and Lynn
Oh, that's
Lynn doesn't know
adorable.
about this, so.
That's
Oh,
really
it's
cute.
pretty. It's a fox.
Very nice.
Get all this.
God, she must have spoken to my children and found out how many blank notebooks there are in my house.
You too, eh?
I'm a
Mhm.
sucker for
I
stationery,
think we're all
and this
suckers
is
for that
a
kind of
gorgeous
stuff.
blank notebook, and I just kicked the camera. Thank you, Jessica. It's gorgeous.
Is it focusing or?
I think it's focusing. Well, here, let's find out. It's focusing on the fox.
Yeah, it's not focusing on us anymore.
And now it's focusing on us.
There. Selma gave me some fabric.
A little teeny weeny thing.
It'll work.
Hey, fabric is fabric.
Fabric
Okay.
is fabric.
Please take the box away
It's heavy, isn't it?
because I'm not done, and
Oh,
I'm trying
I
to
know
go
you're
fast. I'm trying to go
You haven't even
fast.
gotten into your yarn yet.
I did get into my yarn. I showed
Was that all of it?
Yeah, but I have giveaway stuff now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta get rid of that box.
I got a bag from Mina, who is knitting expat.
Yes.
So this is the bag I got from her.
It's nice to see them because I've seen them on the Softmatician.
Yeah,
He
we,
had a
we
giveaway.
did a swap. She gave me some minis. And she gave me a bunch of little goodies in a bag. There's tea and stuff in there. And that one's yours.
That's awesome.
Look what I got.
And then we have one for a giveaway. And I'm not going to open it. You can see through the fabric. That's a giveaway. Because I sent her one for herself and one for a giveaway.
Sorry, I gotta bust into this. Oh my god!
Hey, can I see the goodies? I'm curious to see what kind of goodies come from she's in Bahrain, I think,
Bahrain,
right?
yeah. So she's
I'm opening
sending
this
me
now, so I will crinkle
some
and I'm not at all
tea.
sorry.
Crinkle, 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 crinkle.
candies.
They're heffalumps!
Fun.
I chose that for you.
They're heffalumps!
I thought you would like it.
I love heffalumps. They're so cool. Thank you, Mina. And look at the minis.
So she makes her bags out of recycled shirts
Yes.
often, right? And this feels like, I wonder if this feels like it could be a recycled
It might
shirt.
be.
Very nice.
Look at these minis. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah,
I have enough to share with Sarah. Maybe share with Selma. Because my minis
Sorry,
don't
I've
have to
got
go
a
that big.
huge bag down here, and I'm trying to get through it. I also bought,
Ooh, and I got tea.
with my
raspberry
podcaster
tea.
discount, I got a huge bag of the Allure.
Bottle.
I must smell. Can I smell?
Woodland
the
Mist.
Woodland Mist
Yes.
Woodland Mist.
Raspberry tea. Thank you, Nina. This is awesome. I'll give you
I
my
got
little
a
candies
bag
and stuff.
from Paula, who's
Lovely.
the knitting pipeline. Last
Yes.
year when I saw her, she said she would bring me a bag. Because I need another bag.
Like you need a hole in the head, but that's
Yep.
okay. They're bags. They're awesome.
I got a bag from Mia Bella as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. This is going to be a long one.
Sorry.
Okay. Stuff for you guys is up next.
And let me tell you, the vendors were extremely generous. I thought the
You remember those needle tubes we got last year?
the handwork hardware tubes for DPMs?
We have 2 to give away.
Audrey and
Oh.
what's her name? Cordelia
Cordelia.
gave us 2 of them
2.
for you guys.
2 to give away. Then we stopped by a booth, and we were just mentioning our podcast, and there was a yarn dyer and an author. The author is Annie Modasit, and she has given us 2 books to give away. Knitted Wraps and Cover-Ups, 24 stylish designs for boleros, capes, shrugs, crop tops, and more. That's
These
that
are
one.
gorgeous books.
Beautiful.
And what did she say this was? This isn't a...
This is a test copy. It is already published, but this is a copy. It actually says blurbs go here on the back. It's a
History
proof copy.
on 2 needles, which is that one.
It's been out for several months, but we got a proof copy.
Yeah, proof.
to give
That's
away.
what it. And then the dyer who was in
That booth
that booth,
gave us this lovely kit. It's
Who
one of
is-
Annie Modis's patterns.
yeah. So it's a kit for like a cowl. You see it? And it's
It's a pink and a blue.
a pink and a blue. So those are giveaways. We got from Roundabout Yarn, who is Terry, the yarn Lynn was showing
That's
you
the
earlier.
lady that brought us the minis.
This is White Pines worsted in the peaches and strawberries.
Nice.
So this is...
I didn't get to see this.
No, I saw her on Sunday. I saw her just before she left.
This is gorgeous stuff. I love her yarn.
Really nice.
So pretty.
Yeah. The other thing we got was from Lydia.
I've
And it
seen her on Etsy.
Lydia means luxury yarn dyed in America. And this is the Harlequin colorway on
gorgeous.
Squishy DK. And she was like, just pick something. And I'm like, we don't give away a lot of DK. So let's do DK. So this is it here.
It's gorgeous colors.
That would make a great Ricka hat. You know that Ricka hat? That's a garter hat.
Lydia Yarns. So that'll be a giveaway as well.
And
It's never ending.
We have 2 coupon codes from Megan Williams, who is Stockinette Zombies Just Run It. She has given us 2 cards, and there's a coupon on each one.
They're all unique codes.
Yeah, so there's 2 of them that we can give away. And so whoever
it's good
wins
for a free pattern of your choice from her store.
from her, and so whoever will win these, we will mail you the cards. We're not going to email you the code.
Yeah.
There's some neat stuff in this book, so that's great.
Don't be the first one to enter, or do. Who knows?
You never know when it's random.
Why is there candies all over there?
Because I don't want them.
Oh.
If I have them, I'll eat them, which is bad for my blood sugar. So
Oh, I don't know if I
have
want
kids.
them either.
you have little kids.
Kids.
We're cruel.
We also
Yeah,
got
you want my kids running around like fiends.
They're not at my house. What do I care?
a shawl pin from Light as a Feather. Now you remember Crochet Mom?
Yep.
Mom of Crochet, I think is her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Mom Crochet. She sent us each a shawl pin, and we showed you. It was the hand bent one with the bead on it. Well, there's one for you guys.
And she made one for my mummy.
So I'm not going to open it. I don't know what color the bead is.
I know what color this one is, but I'm not going to open it because I want my mom to be able to
That
open it.
goes
This
in
one
there.
is identical to mine. It's the silver and blue.
And then both Lynn and I got something that's not out to the public yet, because our friend Kate from Yarn It is awesome. I love
Mine is currently, actually, it's...
So she handed me this and said, what do you think of this? Will you test it for me?
See if I can find it. There it is.
Sparkly.
It's a sparkly Yarn It.
She got black. I got purple.
I chose purple for you.
And the other new thing that she came out with this year are these little locking plugs. They're little rubber plugs that fit in one of the holes you're not using. Your Yarn It can't open.
Tell them why.
She had a customer who went to Universal Studios and wore her Yarn It the way I'm wearing this one on all the rides. It did not come open.
She was just wearing it.
It didn't come open. But Kate got nervous and wanted to make sure it couldn't. So she created these little rubber plugs. And you can get it to match your base, or you can get a different color. I've got a pink one on.
Yeah, I've got a green one on my green one.
And I've got a purple one on my purple one. Sorry.
Oh, and this is my kitten yarn from Mia Bella.
Yes, that was her stash acquisition from Mia Bella.
Yep.
She forgot. She thought she had forgotten Sean's socks, the Boba Fett socks. She found them after she bought the yarn and cast on a new pair.
They were inside my sweater bag. Oh, and the other thing I got at the podcaster meetup from Christy, who is one of the hosts of In a Snit podcast. Last year she ran out of button, or she didn't have her swag with her. So this year she made sure to give us stuff, and it's a little
lobster clasp.
I put the lobster clasp
Oh,
on.
okay.
It was a stitch marker, but I put the lobster clasp on.
And they're really cute. They're these little they almost look like
they're
shrink
clouds.
things.
But they're it says In a Snit, and I can't really get it to focus.
But yeah, they're little frosted
Like
plastic
talking clouds.
stitch markers. They're really cute.
All right. Knitting. We need to get into the knitting because
Yeah.
we're at 42 minutes.
I forgot my faux,
Okay.
so I failed.
I've got 2. Well,
I've got one.
I think it's 2.
I like that color.
So, my faux are a barn raising square, which I've been doing a lot of. And this is Yarntasia yarn in the Softy Sock Garden Glaze colorway. And I knit these on 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2. And then I finished another one, which is in this beautiful red that I can't tell you what it is because I just can't.
There's a story.
She'll
behind
tell
the
you
can't
soon.
Part of it.
There's a story behind it. So those two I finished, and I feel really good about it because I haven't been finishing a lot.
Sorry, I'm off camera again.
Because in the last couple weeks, I've finished those two, and my needle's through here, and I've finished
Hey,
3 other ones.
you could start putting them together.
I could because I have a whole bunch in another bag. So that is my only FO. You don't have your faux?
Nope, my foe's at home. Sorry.
I got a faux. I got one faux.
You've all seen it if you've looked in the group, but what's your faux?
Your faux?
Yeah.
What was your faux?
Handbrake cowl.
Right. Yes. My faux is a pair of socks for my sister-in-law.
And they're gorgeous.
Made out of the Patton's Croy rag colorway.
I love it.
You know, I've always, every time I see a project made out of this yarn, I'm always like,
She's got big feet.
she's got big feet. Although, I don't know if I mean, she's 6 foot.
Oh, well, that
and
would, yeah.
She's got big feet. And when she was visiting, my husband's family is in Uruguay. When she was visiting a couple of winters ago, because they came here in the winter time, I was, 3 years ago, I was making a pair of socks. It was my first toe-up socks. They ended up being a little too big, and they fit her perfectly. So I don't know if I made these a little too big, but
so you converted her?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have crazy cold winters, but they're about 10 degrees, and they don't always have great heating, so you just end up being kind of cold all the time, and she loves the socks, so she asked me to make her another pair. So I did. They're toe-up.
Have they visited yet?
Who? My in-laws? My in-laws are here.
Okay.
Yeah. They're always here in August,
Right.
so they're here right now. And so they'll take these back for her.
Okay.
I decided to try an afterthought heel. I'd never done that before, so it was great because I really just made a tube, and then I made the second tube, and then I went and made the heels. But I realized...
You grafted it sideways?
No. I'm like, I'm going to have to do Kitchener.
Aw.
I hate it.
Come see me.
Well, I decided to do... I saw in a book that instead of Kitchener, you could just... do where you decrease on every row, and it ends up being a bit pointy, but we'll see how it works. When I put it on my foot, it does flatten out and go around the foot, so we'll see. It's a bit funny looking, but she'll tell me if it doesn't work. But that's how the toes ended up being. So I mean the heel, it ends up having a little bit more of a point, and that's it. That's my faux.
Cool.
And it's good yarn, actually. It was easy to knit with. It's really... I know why there's a self-striping craze. Because you just
keep wanting to
see the next
do
color.
the next
I'll just
stripe.
do it till the next color. I'll just do it till the next color. So I finished these socks in like a week. Less than a week.
Kind of like potato chips. You just want to keep...
Yeah. So there you go.
Cool.
Is that why Shannon calls it potato chip knitting?
Potato chip knitting is something you just want to keep knitting because it's like chips. You just want to keep eating them.
I thought it was just like something boring, so it's basic.
No, I found out.
Okay.
Kathy, who is a friend of mine who worked with Sean, said, no, that's not potato chip knitting. Potato chip knitting is when you just can't stop.
Now I get it, Shannon.
And I think the knitting that we do is like, I call it TV knitting.
Yeah.
Because I can watch TV and I don't have to look at it.
Sorry, Shannon from Minerva Turkey is always talking about potato chip knitting, and I didn't get it.
You just want one more chip. And I'm a bad podcaster, and this is in the middle of a row.
It's okay.
So, this is my silver, and I've gotten up to the 5 bumps, and that's where you're supposed to stop. But I have this much yarn left, and I don't want to stop.
Yeah, Rachel ran into the same problem. Rachel of the Love Knots podcast ran into the same problem. She had all this yarn left, and she was like, should I just keep going? I'm like, yeah.
So I'm going to keep going as far as I can. So this is Silver by Lisa Much. I am knitting it on size 8 millimeters, which is a US...
5 millimeters.
5 millimeter, which is a US 8. And it is fingering, and it is knit on big needles. So
it's gorgeous.
It's a free
it has
pattern.
A beautiful drape to it when you're
and
done.
anytime anyone says, well, what kind of shawl should I make? I'm like, Silver. It's gorgeous. It looks like there's yarn overs. There's not. It's knit 2 togethers and knit through the front and back.
It's not the silver Rachel's knitting. It's the Kura.
No, she's knitting the
Kura.
orchid. She stopped knitting the orchid.
Oh, you sold it to
Oh, okay.
orchid?
I don't know.
No, I don't think it's a cowl.
Oh, okay.
So that is
All
that.
right.
The other thing I'm knitting is I started a new square and where'd it go?
Because, duh. You were knitting it a second
I know, and it's at the bottom now. And this is more Yarntasia yarn in the Softy Sock, but this is the Rose Garden colorway.
It's gorgeous.
It's really pretty. I love all the stuff, the minis I got from her.
I'm loving them too because I got the leftovers.
So that's the colors. And those are knit on 2.75, which is a US 2, and these are my carbons. The only DPNs that I use is for the blanket.
She's not a fan.
Nope, not a fan. And I think I got progress on the flax. I'm pretty sure I got
I'll bring this over here so it stops
progress
falling
on
off
the
you.
flax. So where's my... I did. I was where the green marker is.
I know you knitted on it at one point because you were just so fed up with
You're
everything
getting
else.
close to being done the
That was
body.
fine. Don't worry about
Yes. I need 17 inches, so...
And right now there's at least 10 there.
Yeah,
if
there's
not
10.
12.
So I can't see. Am I focusing in the...
it. Yes, you're focused.
So
It's a
that
beautiful
is the
color.
flax by Tin Can Knits. This is the yarn is SMC Northern Wool Tweeds from Webb's, which is now discontinued. I bought this 3 years ago. And
I'm ripping off on you.
you are
Literally.
literally. So that is the flax, and I'm sure you remember what it looks like, and I don't feel like holding up the pattern. And this is in one of my new sweater bags, which I'm probably going to be making a little higher, but I made myself a minion bag. And that sweater fits in there easily
Fantastic.
with a ball of yarn
And interfacing.
and interfacing. And somebody last night, it was Tanya, was saying the little things, I could just add a strap to these.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to like sew on
Yeah.
straps, but I'm like, oh, that's a good idea because I put these little pull tabs. So I'm going to make them a little higher and a little wider, and my test, this is mine, but I'm going to make Garrett one. So he'll have the first actual what the size is going to be.
Oh, and to the person who kept going, ooh, I want that bag. Yeah, you would have to pry it out of her cold dead hands.
The only person who's getting a minion bag is Garrett, because somebody sent me the fabric to make it for him, and the rest is for me. So please do not expect any minion bags in the shop. I'm sure they'll sell, but if I do decide to do it, I'm going to make myself bags first. And this is in one of my sheepy bags. That's it.
My turn. Alrighty, so I've already shown you one of my works in progress, and it's gone on the floor here, so give me a sec.
I thought I dropped something.
This is the French can, and apparently I'm mid-row. So, and I've lost a whole bunch of stitches. Give me a sec. So this is the French can. It is it's by Mademoiselle C. It is out of Cascade 220 in the doeskin heather colorway. Nope, I missed one. Sorry, gotta fix this. So it is out of the doeskin heather colorway on size 9, US 9 needles, which is a 5.5 millimeter. So super exciting. I'm still in the garter stitch part. Haven't started the border yet. Are you guys whispering behind my back?
I was giving her the other skein of yarn.
And I was saying, are you sure you don't want this? And
I'm like, I've got lots.
Yes. So, and this traveled all over Chicago in my yarnet.
it's a well-traveled yarnet.
I've actually taken pictures of the yarnet at the Lyric Opera House. Those of you who are from Chicago know that's the big throne-shaped one. And it has been to the Boeing store. It's been on the L.
Cracker Barrel.
It was at Cracker Barrel. It's been all over the place. It will go to Twist next week, so
You can
there
see
we are.
Kate next week at Twist.
So there is no bag for this project because, well, it's been living in the yarnet and not anything else. I did not get a lot of progress done on this. I got a couple of rows done. This is my Black Death shawl. I love it. Love, 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 love that pattern. It is called Black Death. It's by Hoxton Handmade, and the yarn is art by Anna. Superwash Aaron, which she can't make anymore. She can't get the yarn, the base, from
great
her
color.
supplier. I love the color. It's called AA13.
Sexy colorway.
It's teal and gray, a purplish gray. So the teal isn't really showing up here very well, but it's a gorgeous teal variegated with a purpley gray. and I'm loving it. It's a beautiful pattern. It's similar to the dotted rays shawl, but not the same construction, so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
And it is on size 5mm, which is US 8. And that is living in my Amanda bag. Thank you, Amanda. Stitching You and More.
Yep.
Okay.
Which she has nailed down a name for her shop, and she will be opening soon.
And that's in my sparkly yarn knit. Thank you, Kate. I love my sparkly
Yeah, we were
yarn knit.
there, and she's like, hang on a second. She hands me mine. What do you think of this? Do you want to test it? And then the people that were looking at her booth were just kind of looking at us, and they're like, you're giving her one? She's like, yeah, she's a tester.
We're product testers. We shill her all over the place. So.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
And my last... That was what was on my lap, sorry.
Oh, that's what fell.
That's what fell.
Okay.
The only other thing that's seen any love this week
Ooh.
is my sock. That's my sock. I had about 5 rows last time I was here.
Like the color.
This is DGB Confetti. I don't know if it's discontinued or not. I got it at... I don't remember now. I either got it at a yarn festival or at one of the yarn stores in town. I don't remember. The colorway is super exciting, 2909. And it's making these lovely stripes.
Very nice. And really
I
nice
like it.
natural colors, too.
I'm now in the black hole where I'm done the decreases for the gusset, so I'm just knitting the foot. And I got quite a ways to go.
She does them cuff down.
Yeah, I've got about 3 inches to go before I start the toe decreases because it's got to reach the top of my finger. And we'll see if these fit a little bit better than the last pair of socks I did that my son ended up with.
And that's a size...
This is a size 1.5, US 1.5, which is a 2.5mm. And I think my next pair of socks, I'm going to increase the stitch count back to my usual and go down to a 2.25.
Okay.
But I'd have to buy some because I don't have any 2.25s.
You can borrow my carbons.
So, and that is in my... Where is it? You So-and-So bag that I
Sarah.
love so much. And my mother keeps trying to steal.
It's a really great bag.
And I keep saying no.
It takes you a few minutes to realize that the yarn balls are sheep.
And it's just nice, bright, white, black, red.
Yeah, I like the graphic aspect of it. I like the construction of it. I adore the inside fabric.
I like the zipper part. She covered the end of the zipper, and it's got the face of a sheep.
It's a gorgeous bag.
It's nicely
If you get a
detailed.
chance to get one of her bags, do
There's
it.
a pocket inside.
There's a pocket that has patterns. Well, right now it's got the pattern for the headband I was going to do, but I haven't gotten started on that yet. And that's it for my works in progress.
Cool. You have 10.
Oh, and this is based on the sock recipe, A Good Plain Sock by Stephanie Pearl McPhee in the Knitting Rules book. Sorry.
No problem. I
We're
forgot
so
to mention-
Canadian. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Count how many times we apologize.
Stop saying sorry. Sorry.
Rob and I, that's a running gag because that's from a movie. Don't say you're sorry. Don't be sorry. Be quiet. Sorry.
So I forgot to mention this faux.
The one you're wearing?
The one I'm wearing. I thought I'd be cheeky and try and wear a faux every time.
That is awesome.
So,
Don't you just want to, like, slap her?
but you know what? Suddenly I'm
She's
like,
the sweater whisperer.
yeah, it's such a cool name.
I know.
Except that that's not me these days because I'm completely not into knitting sweaters suddenly. And this is
It's
like
hot
the
out.
first
That
time in a
darn
long-
blanket.
I have summer yarns. In the summer I knit cotton and linen and stuff like that. And in the winter I knit the winter
But
fibers.
the blanket squares are so much more fun.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's instant gratification.
It's the instant gratification, and it's the podcasts because everybody's knitting socks, shawls, scrappy blankets, and I think I got influenced. Anyway,
Just a bit.
That's a nice way of saying it.
She's like, I'm going to retreat to the basement and watch a podcast.
Yeah, nobody's home. I can watch a podcast.
I'm still trying to get through the last Bakery Bears episode. It's 2 hours. It's killing me.
I've had a lot of fun. I really enjoy Stitched in Sweden a lot. That's one that
I
I've watched.
like her.
I like her
really
podcast
like her.
a lot. I really like her kind of calm but straightforward way of talking about things. She's very informative, and her designs are beautiful. I think I'm going to be knitting her recent. She had one this week, and there's a new shawl that she's just designed. It's just beautiful. So I've been really enjoying that. And other podcasts too. I've been watching you guys, of course.
Because, you know.
Because Disa, although Disa has been recording a lot lately, I think she's enjoying her summer.
Is it summer there as well?
In Sweden? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's at the cabin.
Northern Hemisphere.
Right.
Yeah. And, of course, the Homespun House. Yarngasm I've really been enjoying, too.
Isn't she awesome?
Yeah, just lots of, and I just love the fact that people are doing all kinds of different things.
I need to get some of her yarn. Fooling by.
Molly from A Homespun House has started weaving on these little things.
You have a small one.
And
the little teeny loom. Yes.
I was thinking of getting one for my mom, because my mother, who was a fantastic knitter, I mean, she used to knit herself things like Chanel suits. She still has it. Beautiful brown. I should bring it on one time.
You need to bring that.
It's incredible. Lined. It's a brown kind of tweed with black trim on it with brass buttons. She made this probably the 60s.
No wonder she's an overachiever.
Runs in the family.
And I mean, I don't think I'll ever be the knitter that my mother was. But my mother is visually impaired now, and she's tried to knit, but it's just a bit challenging. I thought maybe a loom where it's not fine stuff, you could do big stuff and make an image.
Yeah.
I thought that she might actually be able to have some fun with.
And that way
not get frustrated.
Her brain is working, and
she's doing all kinds of things. So anyway, I just find it really inspiring watching all these podcasts. Back to the FO. So this is Eek by Anka Strick. Eek, and it's spelled with 3 E's, I believe.
Okay, I just want to put that in the show notes.
E-E-E-K. And I made this 2 summers ago, I think, and it's a combination of, I don't quite remember.
I love that you have this, but it's almost like the live stitches just, okay, they stop.
Yeah. It's top down. It's a contiguous construction, again, where you're building the shoulders and the body at the same time. It's a very nicely detailed pattern. Awesome pattern. It's supposed to be knit in a sports weight. I think I did it in a fingering weight, and it fits really nicely. I did it. This is a Fildar yarn of some sort. I can't remember what it was called. A 4-ply cotton fingering weight, and Mandarin Petite.
Is it in your project page?
It's in my project.
I'll link it.
And it's a very, very nice top. And you just have to trust the pattern. It's well written, because I found it a little disconcerting here. I wasn't always sure, what do I do? And you just do it. Just follow it, and it'll be perfect. So
Isn't that what your line to me used to be? Just follow the pattern.
I know, and then I don't follow my own advice most of the time. So there's that. There is the Shaylin, which I started a couple of weeks ago, just before I came on the last time, which was about 3 weeks ago. I haven't finished it yet.
Ooh, it's growing.
But it's definitely grown.
It's a big poof of black instead
of just a little tuft. It's a big poof of black. Although I realize that I dropped a stitch somewhere.
That's gorgeous.
Way back, and I'm going to have to futz around to make it look okay. But
nobody's going to notice it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be gorgeous.
See, that's what we should do about swearing. Just do it in Yiddish, and nobody will know.
What did I just
about?
Yes.
Is that Yiddish?
That's swearing in Yiddish.
So very sorry. This is not a family show right now for people who speak Yiddish.
I don't think we have many Yiddish viewers.
No, it's really pretty.
But yeah, I'm really liking this, and it's going to be, and like you with your Zilver, I'm just going to keep on going, because it's meant to be knit in a sports weight yarn. I'm knitting it in a lace weight yarn, Estelle Arequipa, and I'm supposed to be stopping about now, and this is nowhere where I want it to be yet. So I'm going to keep on going. And I am this is the Shaylin by Layla Rab, and I'm knitting it in the Estelle Arequipa on 4.5mm needles, and it's a very enjoyable, simple knit. And then my last thing, my addiction. Where has it gone?
Did you
in the
bring
big bag, maybe?
Holy crap!
Yeah, she overachiever.
I'm telling you, I'm addicted.
Here, you need help.
And that last time I was here, I had 2 rows, and now I got 5. So I'm very, very
actually, some of the newest ones are down here, because there's Juliana down here.
Yes! Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah, there.
And when you gave me the little mini skein of Juliana last time, well, it got crocheted up very quickly. And I must say, Juliana was mentioned on Little Bobbins?
Probably.
I believe. So that was really cool. I was like, yay, Juliana's being mentioned.
And she's mentioned in Stephanie, which is Stitchcraft Marketing, on Stephanie's blog.
Yep.
Yeah.
She has sent yarn to Susan B. Anderson.
Good for her. Yeah. Her yarn really is. I have to say, when I was making the square, I was like, this is awesome.
And we're
awesome
going
yarn.
to an open house that she's having for local people tomorrow.
Yep.
And we have a family friend who I saw earlier today, who I think he's almost 80, but he has been a graphic designer and a photographer all his life. And I showed him the blanket, and he went, "What's that one?" and pointed directly to Juliana's. And I said, "Aren't the colors incredible?" And they just don't show up on the screen, but the saturation. And although this is very multicolored and lots of fantastic squares,
Yep,
I was really impressed that was the one that called his attention.
This is it.
But the
purple,
My Lonely Princess yarn.
And you know the olive, because that brownie color is it's a really rich olive.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
and the blue is purple.
and the gold is really a rich gold. The
I
gray-
had so much fun knitting the
very
socks and
beautiful
that
colors.
stuff.
So I have to say, although I have not knit with her sock yarn completely yet, but
And
I will.
I
soon.
think Sarah ended up with a mini of hers too, didn't she? Didn't we send one to Sarah?
Yes.
Anyway, like that ball of yarn went far.
Yes,
it
yes, she
did.
did. I sent her one too.
So I have gotten. There are all kinds of skeins on there, but I think
That's gonna
Juliana's
be,
is the one to mention today.
A weaving in ends party.
It's going to be a weaving in ends party. That'll
Fortunately, weaving in ends on crochet is easy.
be, yeah, I think it's going to be. I maybe I'll talk to you about tips for making it as easy as pie, because I'm
Okay.
dreading it, but I think it won't be terrible. So anyway, it's been so much fun. So much fun.
Thank you, Disa.
Thank you to you for Mini Skeins and you and other people. It's been great.
We're just
and well,
fueling your addiction.
And Isla is going to love that
and she
blanket.
helped me. She's like, "Oh, that color would look good there," and so it's great because in fact everybody gets involved in deciding where colors go, and it's been so much fun. And I have 8 across, and so far I have 5 going up, and if I go 8 up, it would make it a square blanket, which would be only 3 rows from now. And that is just too early. I think I need to knit on this for a little, or
Maybe
crochet.
11 rows
11 or
to
12
cover
to
a
be-
twin-size bed.
Exactly, because
Yep.
it is wide enough that it's almost a twin size
Yep.
across. So, anyway,
I'm
so
all
much
for
fun.
encouraging you to make it bigger.
I will be making it bigger. There might,
And at the rate that you're going,
well, as you
she'll
can
be
tell-
done next week, folks.
Yeah, and as you can tell, the shawl's not finished.
No.
Because this is getting done, right? So, anyway.
It's because you could sit and watch podcasts and do it.
Well, and you
There's
know
no
what? I
thinking.
can take a little thing out and just in the doctor's office. If I'm there for 15 minutes, I got a square done. And
Yep.
then I like to have many squares before I start attaching them to see which ones are going to work.
Yes,
Yep.
then you can pick, place your colors.
Exactly. So I need to have more squares than I actually need.
I think I'm at the point where I can probably start because these are my finished ones.
You made a little box bag for your finished ones.
No, I got that from
Oh, okay.
a swap.
That's an awesome bag.
She's got a little box bag, square shaped.
It fits.
It's
It's
like
my
square sized.
girl with the rabbit. I got it in a club. So these are all the ones that I've made so far. So that is purple, not blue.
Again.
This is gray.
Of course, it's
That's
gray.
from Lynn.
Yep.
This is blue. That's from Lynn.
Is it?
Yeah.
No,
this,
it's not.
yes, it is.
Oh, well, maybe it was somebody else's minis.
This playette yarn is from Amelia. This is from my friend Jamie, Turtle Pearl yarn.
Jamie is not Turtle Pearl, she's
Um,
Violetta.
Yes, Jamie gave it to me.
Oh,
And
okay.
It's actually
Sorry.
Turtle Pearl yarn.
Because our friend Jamie is also a dyer.
This is from
Me.
Lynn.
That is Estelle
I like this
Cadenza.
one.
This is Hobbit Garden
I like that.
from,
I don't know.
I don't remember the name. This is Ben Linus colorway from Kirby Werby. Socks I made for my daughter.
Guess who had a shop update a couple of weeks ago?
This
This
is
is
the-
Juliana.
No, this is Game of Thrones. It
Kirby
is a
Werby.
one-of-kind yarn from Kirby Werby that she made just for me. I sent
It's
her the
really
colors.
Awesome.
I don't remember what the green is. And then I've got my 3 Irish Girls.
Yep.
Plus I get the 5 or 6 that are in
Her current.
my current bag.
Yep.
So I've got quite a few now.
You do. You could start putting some together.
I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet. So anyways.
We'll
Do
figure
we
it
have
out.
any other whips? Are we
No,
done
thank
with the
goodness.
whips?
Nope.
No more.
And
whips.
we have our usual coupon codes. Go to the thread, and there's a thread there with the coupon codes. It's the usual awesome Bags by Awesome Granny, 6 Munchkin Stitching, and
Not what I
Freckled
thought you were
Whimsy.
going to do.
And did we want to answer a question today?
Yes. What was our question?
How did
you and I
two
met?
meet?
Yeah, because I guess one of the questions, and Val, Yarn Knit Mama also asked us a question, but we'll probably answer that another time because we are running a little
Way
on the wrong
over.
side.
Sorry. My fault.
Yeah, so how did we meet? You remember the first part better than I do.
Okay, we worked at the same place. I was a scheduler for language test. She was an evaluator for the English language test. So we knew each other. And
then you left. I think I was pregnant at that time,
yeah,
right?
I left and I went to work at L'Esplanade.
And who was I pregnant with?
You were pregnant with Isla.
So it was my second child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you know, you go into another kind of time
You were
zone when
pregnant
you're
with Tom Hiddleston.
it was okay, well here,
Oh,
this will
really?
tell
I
you.
don't know him.
I left there in 2005.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been no.
I haven't known you as long as Yara was alive.
But Isla was 2006.
Okay, so it was 2006 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I must have been there for 2 years. So I left to go in another department in the same kind of agency. And there was a different building, and there was a yarn store that moved from somewhere on Carling Avenue to downtown, and I had gone there a few times, and they didn't do very well, so they were closing.
Unfortunately.
So I was in there looking at the closeout sale, going through stuff, bunch of yarn in my arms, turn around, and there's Selma with a bunch of yarn in her hand. And we both kind of just looked at each other and went,
yeah.
like, in our heads we're going, you knit? You knit? And the rest is history.
Yep.
Yep.
And then it turned out that we were now in the same building. I had moved to the building where she was. She was on the 17th floor, and I was on the 20th floor.
Yeah.
And so there's an awful lot of elevator trips up and down, and sharing of knitting and knitting at lunchtime. And she got me onto Ravelry.
Yeah.
And
yes, I
you.
did.
You know what? You're really good in enabling addictions, aren't you?
I know nothing. It's very subtle.
I
You
got
don't
onto
know it.
Ravelry, and oh my gosh.
I'm staying quiet over here.
And yeah, that was it, eh?
Yeah, that was it.
Best buddies ever since.
So I think we reconnected, and I think it was 2009.
Yep.
And because that's how long I've been on Ravelry.
Yeah.
It was before Ravelry had 1 million people.
Yes.
Now there are over 3 if they're not close to 4.
I was on in 2007. And that's because of Kathy, who Sean works with, who's a friend of mine. That's her fault. I got onto Ravelry when you had to wait for an invitation.
Yeah, that's when I got
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You literally waited 3 weeks to a month. You applied, and then you would get
in.
invited.
I think I waited 5 weeks for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was still a beta site for a long time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that's our story. Knitting together ever since.
And it's really nice to have an actual friend at work. I have friends, but this is an actual person that I see outside of work.
Yes.
And we have a lot in common, and she enjoys my crazy, so.
And she brings us cherry jam.
Yes, my jam is over there. She brought me cherry
Mine's
jam.
in my purse. I don't want to forget it here.
Which I need to go and make jam with you, because you are a well-oiled machine. You said when you make jam, it's just like, done.
Yeah, you get faster and faster at it.
I've made it once.
Yeah.
Did you try my jam?
Oh, by the way, the strawberry's gone.
Oh, do you need another
Strawberry
bottle?
jam is gone.
I've
The
got
strawberry
more.
rhubarb, my kids were like, strawberry rhubarb. I'm like, it's good. So we'll try that next. And
Have they never had strawberry rhubarb pie?
I don't think so. We don't make pies, and and
I don't
they're used to
either,
my
but my
jams.
kids have that.
I make the cherry jam.
I like plain rhubarb jam. It's that
I would
sweet,
too.
We can
Yeah.
we can make some of that because I have lots of rhubarb in my freezer now.
Yeah.
Yes, you have rhubarb.
But
in
I
your
tend to
freezer.
make cherry jam. My mother has a black currant bush, which I made her plant.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, and unfortunately this year, for the first time, except for when she first planted it, there were practically no berries on it.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
been a
a
bad
bad year because of that frost I think we had in
And
the
see,
spring.
we have a lot of people
So I got 5 jars of jam, that's it.
telling us that they're having a bad year with their tomatoes, and our tomatoes are just going crazy.
Oh, our tomatoes are really good.
We planted them before the long weekend.
Yeah.
So our Roma-sized tomatoes are almost done. Our beefsteak are just coming out, and our cherry tomatoes are just starting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think
we've
it's been a bit of a
tomatoes
slow
off of
year
Mom's plants for a few
tomatoes.
weeks now.
Sorry.
But I cleared Mom's rhubarb patch completely the week before I went to Chicago, and holy crap, I have a lot of rhubarb because my brother and his wife weren't there, so I didn't save any
and
for
she's
them.
like, "Do you want rhubarb?" I'm like, "Do you have a place in your freezer?"
I actually sent her husband a message, said, Sean, have you ever considered trying to make a strawberry rhubarb ale? Because I found some recipes online, and he's like,
That could be very interesting.
So the rhubarb's all in my freezer now.
She's thinking about me because she doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
Yeah, no,
It's
that
not
would
going
be
to do
cool.
me a damn bit of good.
And I also have that small bag of rhubarb you gave me,
Yes.
which is here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
Lots of
jam
rhubarb.
making's easy once you've done it a little bit, and then you've got a bit of a routine.
I actually
so.
have to go stake the horseradish plants in my dad's yard
Ooh,
because in the fall, in October, we're going to make some horseradish.
absolutely.
nice. So there's no giveaways this week. We have plenty of stuff to give away. We have 2 books from Tommy at Interweave that we're going to review. One is called Custom Socks.
Yep.
By Kate
Oh,
Atherley.
I just saw that one.
And another one, it's an older book, but we wanted to review it. It's
I saw it and I loved
called
it. I can't remember now.
New American Knits.
Yes.
Oh,
I saw
think
it
I've
and I was
looked
like,
through that
talk to Tommy, I'd love to review
Yeah,
this
so
book.
he
did.
sent us both of them. So, yeah. And
I saw it was by Interweave and I was like,
Kate Atherley is the one that I use my basic rib sock pattern from. It's
Yes.
the only sock pattern I use for Jean. So, love her patterns. And this book has a lot of really good sizing and measuring and information. Like, it's chocked full.
Well,
so
let
stay
me know if you want me
tuned.
to help you review, because I'm less of a sock knitter than you guys are. So I find every time I make socks, there's a little bit of experimentation and
Okay, he's sending me a hard copy. So, when I get the hard copy, I'll lend it to you.
yeah, and I can make a pair of socks from it.
So next weekend is Twist Fibre Festival in Saint-André-Abelin, Quebec,
So
which
we'll-
is halfway between here and Montreal.
Record after Twist?
So we'll probably be recording after Twist. There might be a little bit of stash acquisition, but nothing on the scale that we did this week, I don't think. There was so much yarn.
Stitches.
Yeah.
The yarn fumes, because it's indoors, unlike Rhinebeck and Maryland, which are outdoors. So the yarn fumes have nowhere
It's
to
in
go.
like a big. It's like a big gymnasium. Is
Yeah.
what it's in. Yeah.
It's a big conference center, and there's just so much yarn.
And you're walking around.
Very
and
little fiber, though. Very little fiber.
everywhere you look are knitters. Everywhere on the
Yeah.
stairs, on the escalators, on the chairs. You go in the bathroom and they're walking out of the stalls knitting. It's like
Oh, and we had a room for the podcaster meetup this year, which
Oh,
was
yes.
awesome. We had a lot of fun, guys. Thank you all for coming, and
Yes.
we've got some little changes maybe
for next year.
for next year. We're going to talk about having a group photo and maybe having a mini skein swap if there's enough interest.
Mini skeins, like there was a stitch marker swap going on throughout the festival, but
Yeah,
I think the mini
It's-
skein is more of a
yeah.
doable for.
Well, a lot of the stitch markers were really oversized because they had people's logos and stuff on
Yeah.
them, which they're not as practical.
No.
But
Oh,
I mean, and
and-
I don't use the stitch markers anyway. So
Amanda, yes, I got to meet Josh, sort of a knitter.
yes, we did.
Got pictures in the whole bit.
And yes, there was a
Yeah,
lot
Lucia-
of Edison's light bulbs.
Lucia
going
was
on.
like, I can do, she's like, I can do selfies with many people, and so she's like, got her arm reached out, and we're all kind of cropped. And
yeah,
so, yes,
she
I-
wanted to do Ellen DeGeneres
Exactly.
type selfies.
If Ellen can do it,
yeah,
so can anybody else.
yeah.
So we will see you all next week after Twist. And we will probably have some Juliana's to show you because we're going to her house tomorrow.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
I really want to pick her brain about dyeing because
And
I'm
wait till you
starting to
see the
have this-
house.
Did you get her address?
I did. I'll
Okay.
be there. I'll
Because
be
it's her
there.
mom's house and it's a gorgeous old house.
Yeah. No, that's really great.
I just know the house now. I don't even look for the address.
I just think
Yeah.
it's just so incredible how this yarn world has just taken off in a way. I just think it's just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these people living out their fiber dreams.
Well, yeah, because it's a
in all
full-time
kinds of
business for
ways.
her.
Yep.
Yeah,
She does this full time now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know, for example, Woolenvine, right? Yarn
Oh, I want some of her yarn
But
so
I just find
bad.
it's amazing. She posts her yarn
And
Friday.
it's gone.
I went yesterday when I got home. I was at a cottage. There's one skein left.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And I just think it's great. Like,
Yeah,
there's
you
just-
literally have to be hitting refresh as they update.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got Lollipop, and I didn't get what I wanted the first time. I got something different, which I
I know,
made.
and I missed the last two D-stashes.
Yeah.
And
So- But these people are making a living on being indie dyers, and I just think it's wonderful.
is that it?
That's
and
it.
making bags
Yes.
and all kinds of stuff, right? Like, I just think it's great.
I have no marketable skills.
Yeah, you do. It's called enabling.
Well, I don't get paid for the
Yeah,
enabling.
exactly.
Because, yeah, let me tell you, Kate
Yeah, I don't think
sold
I
a
can
lot
quit
of
my
yarn
day
at-
job, but maybe one day.
And I'm hoping she does just as well as Twist.
All right. That's
Okay.
it.
Yep.
Stop
See you
jabbing.
next time.
I know.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.